Hello, and thanks for joining me for another review. Today we have the WinBook TW-700 7-inch internet tablet. I was not going to do a review on this one because it's a Windows 8.1 tablet, and pretty much all of them I feel like are just inferior to any other tablet, whether it be iPad or Android. But I really like this tablet for a couple of reasons, and so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do a review on it. I've had it longer than any other ones. I actually purchased this one, and I've kept it, and it's good for just a few things that I like to do. Well, let's go ahead and delve into it. This has an Intel Bay Trail /T processor, 16 gigabytes of storage, expandable to 64 gigabytes, though I do have a 128 gigabyte in it, and it works very well. It has two cameras. It has a front-facing camera and a back-facing camera. Normally these cameras aren't very good, but this one is adequate. If you want to do Skype or just take a random picture outside, then this is a good camera for that. It has a quad-core processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM. It has a micro HDMI out for your television that works very well. I've used it several times. It has wireless in 802.11n/BG, and it also has Bluetooth 4.0. I've connected several speakers to it, and they sound awesome. And I would recommend that because the speaker that's on this is very, very low, and if you have a lot of ambient noise, then you're not going to be able to really hear it. The screen on this, I was impressed. It has a 1280 by 800 IPS display, which is high definition, 720p, and it really shows. I mean, the screen is bright. It has really nice, crisp edges to everything, and you're definitely going to like it for that. This tablet, I purchased it from microcenter.com for $59. They did raise the price once everyone started buying them, and now it's $69. But still, I think it's a terrific deal for that, if you can get past one problem, which I'll get to in just a little bit. This tablet does have a full version of Windows 8.1 made for the tablet, and as far as I know, cannot be upgraded by you, the user. I tried to do the Windows 10 edition and tried on that, but when I tried to do that, it said that the system was locked down and compressed and could not be updated. So I'm assuming that if there is an update for this, then it'll come directly from WinBook, and it'll be something that they can do a workaround. Because so far, I wanted to take it all off and put Android on it, but to do that, it was very jinky and very entailed, and I just didn't want to go to that process, especially because what it does well, and I'm happy with that part of it. This is by no means my everyday tablet, but it's good. I like sitting it on my desk and using it for weather and Twitter and Facebook and anything else. If you go to the desktop area, it's pretty much hard to use unless you go in and blow the font up to 125%. Anyway, like I said, this is running Windows 8.1, and that is a full edition. And so anything that you can run on your laptop, you're going to be able to run on this tablet, as long as you're able to get it into. It has a full-size USB 2.0, so you're able to hook up peripherals like hard drives and cameras and other things that like external CD-ROMs. That's how I got a copy of the stuff that I wanted on there. I have an external CD-ROM that I was able just to plug right in. Anyway, let's look at the unit, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it and that one thing that you might want to skip. Right here is your front-facing camera. I would prefer that if it was in the corner on the top, but this tablet is really meant to be held in portrait mode. A lot of things on it. It does have automatic rotation, but I turned that off in this display settings because I like it like this, because the start menu, everything flows, if you have it in this direction. And I hated whenever I like tipped it too far one way that it would automatically, flip around. On the back, you have the other camera, which is in an awkward position. If you have it flipped around like this, then your hand's over it. So it should have been either at the top or, like I said, on the other one in the center. And you have your speaker right here. It's a small speaker, and you also have another speaker down on the bottom. And if you're in a quiet room, you're not going to have any problem out of it. It sounds perfectly fine if you're doing something like Skype or listening to music or something like that. But like I said, if you're on a train or airplane or something like that, when the roar of the engine, you're definitely going to want some headphones for this, or Bluetooth headphones. If you look on the top, you have the home button and the volume down and the volume up. It's a rocker. It's not split. It's one piece. Up, down, up, down. Then you have the power button, and this one also has a microphone on it. So for, like I said, when you're doing Skype or anything like that, you need a microphone. The sound, recording sound is actually pretty good. I was very surprised with that. Then if you look right down beside there, you have the micro HDMI. You can pick those up on eBay for about $1.50, and it'll hook right up to your HDMI television, and you don't have to have power for it or anything. It's wise to have a power connected to it, which I'll show you in just a moment. But and then the next one, you have your micro SD card slot. Like I said, I do have a it says up to 64, but as you can see, I hope that focuses, that's a 128 card. I picked that up off of eBay for $12, and I've looked for them again, but I bought 2 of them, but they actually work all right. I mean, they're slow as crap, but they work pretty well. Anyway, let me go ahead and put that right back in there. Like I said, it's just a small little slot, and I guess it goes backwards. Well, it doesn't want to work for me, so let's just leave it out. Then you have the headphone jack, and here's your full-size USB 2.0 slot, and like I said, you can hook pretty much anything up to that. And then it charges with a micro USB charger, so everybody's got plenty of those. If you have an adapter though that turns this into a full-size USB, then you can hook up something else with that, so like a hard drive or a mouse, and which works on this very well. Mouse, keyboard, pretty much anything even if it has to have power. If it has to have power, then I would suggest use this port and then hook your power into this one. That way you're more likely to get it to work. I had a USB 802.11 Wi-Fi plug that I tried in here, and it would not work. But on the other hand, I had a hard drive, external hard drive that I plugged into it, and it powered that. So I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know what's up with that. That's pretty much it for the stuff around the edges. Let's open it up and I'll show you the basics. I'm not really going to go too much into this because everyone has seen Windows 8.1, and I really want to get to that one point that I was stressing earlier in the video. So let's go ahead and turn that on. It is charged, by the way. I wouldn't do that to you. I made sure I had charged it overnight because I wanted it to. It's fairly quick when it boots up. I mean, it's it's comparable to a standard Windows when it boots up. I'm not, it's not an SSD drive boot up, but it's fairly good. Okay, there's your start screen, and like I said, this is mostly what I have it on all the time. I like looking at the weather, and like I said, this has 1 GB of RAM, if I didn't mention that, and which is very snappy. I mean, I'm very impressed with it. And Twitter Works very well on this. And you have your calendar. If you go to the desktop, see, everything's really small, tiny. You have to have pretty small fingers to be able to hit it the first time. But everything on this I've sort of customized. I've left this blank area. I've really tried to use it only in the start screen mode, because that way it feels more like an Android or a Windows phone, and a lot easier to use. But Chrome works very well on it. Has its own mail app. This WinBook, I'm not sure if it's indicative of all WinBooks or from this company, microcenter.com, but it has a free 1-year subscription to Office 365 for 1 year, and you can use it on one tablet, this tablet, and one PC. So all you have to do is go download it, and then you're all set. You have that 1 year. And I didn't use it because personally I have no use for it, because I don't own a business that utilizes that kind of software. Anyway, this like I said, this tablet is it has a lot of things that you wish were a little bit better. Like I said, it has 16 gigabytes of onboard memory, which when you get it, you get about 10 of that. And if you know anything about Windows, they love doing updates all the time. And it doesn't replace other processes, it just keeps adding to it, of the updates do. And unfortunately, the first time I used this tablet, I figured it out too late, and I was already down to like 500 megabytes left, because it had done so many updates trying to get it up to the current 8.1 version that I went ahead and wiped it, and then I turned off all the updates except for the virus protection, which is standard on 8.1, is the Microsoft Security Essentials Defender. So I turned it off, and adding just the basic programs and stuff like that, I'm down to 4.74 gigabytes. So, and that was from 8.77 gigabytes. But like I said, I would think about that before you buy it. You're not adding, when you add a program to this, you're not going to be able to put it on the external MicroSD card. It's going to go straight on the main memory. So, eventually you're going to use it all up. So I would suggest, if you did get this, I would suggest that you turn off the updates, because you do not need them on a tablet this small. It's just ridiculous to have updates, especially when it's a closed system where you can't update it to another one, right now. Whether that changes in the future, but for a 7-inch, I don't really see the point. Anyway, that pretty much concludes my review of this unit, because like I said, it's 8.1. You have it on your desktop. It's really nothing different. The screen's beautiful. It's fast. I mean, I have Netflix on here. I do watch a movie every once in a while. I do enjoy it because the screen is high definition, and most everything on Netflix now is HD, unless it's a really old movie. But it's quick, speedy, loads very fast. I mean, it doesn't take very long at all just to pop it on. See, the color on this is excellent. The speed, there's no glitch. Like I said, this is perfect for just a consumer tablet. I wouldn't suggest you work on it because it's so small, but if you keep it in the start screen mode and just use icons, live icons, then you're going to love this tablet. Just be wary of the low memory in it. Anyway, that is my review of the WinBook 7-inch TW-700 tablet with a full version of Windows 8.1. I really do appreciate y'all, and please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Have a great one.